Hi parents, this is Coach Wright with Clovis West Calgary Baseball, and this is our special video for minors parents. And mostly this video is about the pitch count because that's the big deal in minors. We actually had a game forfeited 3 seasons ago because the coach wasn't aware of the pitch count rules, didn't tell the scorekeeper the pitch count rules, and went out and threw a kid for like 80 pitches or something like that. So you don't want your team to lose a game because the coach didn't know the pitch count. So here's what you need to know. Besides the basic scorebook, okay, that we've already kind of talked about, the one thing you're going to want to look for is a pitch count log. It's in that same locker. There's a 3-ring binder with pitch count logs. You can just pull out one, and you keep that in your official league scorebook at the end of the game. And basically, it's like a sheet where you can write in, okay, player number 12, and that's Bob, the pitcher. He's the starting pitcher that day. And so you write in his name, and there's just a bunch of numbers there where you start marking them off. Okay, there's pitch number 1, pitch number 2, pitch number 3. And what you really need to do is, talk to your friends or tell the coach that he needs to solicit some help for you so you can keep score in the official book, and some other parent can sit there and count pitches. It's really pretty simple. Okay, make sure, at the end of each half inning, I would talk to that parent who's keeping the official pitch count. I would talk to the parent on the other team who's also probably potentially tracking pitches. Make sure everybody's agreed. I would say no less than once an inning. Every half inning would even be better, just because it is a thing. Like I said, there was a situation that happened where there was a forfeited game because the pitch count rule is a little more tight in minors as far as what happens. And the rule is this: a kid can throw 70 pitches. It does not matter the game situation. Once he throws pitch number 70, he's out of the game. And so, like I said, like 3 years ago, a kid, coach left him in there. He threw like 80 pitches or something like that. And then it ended up being a forced forfeit game because they used an illegal pitcher. He pitched too many pitches. So make sure that you always have the pitch count log as well as the official scorebook if you're the home team. If you're the away team, you're just going to keep your own team scorebook. Okay, that's what falls to you. Sometimes, if the home team might be short, of help for whatever reason, so they may come ask the away team if they can do the pitch count log. But technically, it is the responsibility of the home team. The away team wants to help out, they can, of course, but it is the home team's responsibility for pitch count log and official game book. So know that is something that you have to look for every game. Be ready to go every game with the pitch count log and the official book. And again, those are in the minors equipment locker, so right adjacent to your field where all your games will be played. On the third base side, there's some bleachers there, and inside that equipment locker, there is shelving there on the right side, and it has the official scorebooks, and you've got a little one that says Minors 2014, and there are the pitch count logs, which are in a 3-ring binder. I don't know if we put those in there yet, but those will be in before the first games begin. So that's something that's the big deal. And so I would say after each inning, or maybe talk to your coach about how often he wants to know the information. Give that update to your coach. Hey, your pitcher's at 42 pitches right now. And that was maybe the first inning. Let me tell you something. They're at 42 in the first inning. He's probably not going to go back in the second inning, but you just need to keep them up to date. The other rule is that there's a number of innings that they can pitch. There's 3 innings per. Yes, 3 innings per game, and they can pitch the next game. That one I'm actually have to remember on because it changes as we move up in divisions. I just did the rookies video, and they kind of pitch 2. The bigger issue is being they can only pitch 70. It's the coach's job to know how many innings they can pitch. So that's something that's, like I said, specific to minors moving up. Obviously now with minors, it's player pitch all the time, so we do have walks, which we do not have in the rookies division for those scorekeepers that are moving up. Other than that, it's mostly what you saw there in the video. The one thing I did not record, or we did not discuss in the first 4 videos, was errors. Now let me say something. That's a judgment call by you as the scorekeeper. And here's the basic example. Let's say there's a ground ball. It's not moving very fast. It's hit right at the second baseman, and it's one of those ground balls where the coach is already, oh, there's an out. I know I've had this. I see a certain kind of ground ball, and based on the velocity of the ground ball, I'm like, okay, there's an out. Well, second baseman goes to field the ball, and their glove's about a foot off the ground when they're trying to field it, and the ball goes whoop, right underneath their glove. Well, that's an error, okay? Which in scorekeeping land you would write E4 because the second baseman's player number 4, and that's how the runner reached base. Okay, it's not a single; it's an E4. If it's a situation where, let's say, a kid hits the ball straight up the middle of the field, and you see the shortstop and the second baseman both kind of running, trying to get the ball, and maybe the shortstop, it just kind of hits his glove, but I mean, he had to cover a lot of distance just to try to even have it hit off the tip of his glove. That's more of a base hit. Okay, it's a judgment call by the umpire. Basically, the idea is a routine play, which would be very easy to reach. You don't have to go side to side very far. Ground ball or a fly ball is popped up really high, and you got a player camped up under the fly ball, and all of a sudden it hits their glove and falls out. E. Okay, E for error. So that's the one thing we didn't cover. Biggest thing I want to remind everybody is find the pitch count log before every game. If you're the home team, that's your responsibility. The official scorebook is your responsibility if you're the home team. And make sure everyone's in agreement on pitch count, because I don't want to see a game where, home team has 70 pitches, away team has 73 pitches, and they're trying to protest the game and say, oh, you used an illegal pitcher. So talk at least after every complete inning, and even better, maybe half inning, depending on where all the scorekeepers are sitting. Make sure we have an agreement on the pitch count. Remember though, home team's the official book. Home team's in charge of the official pitch count. So if there is a discrepancy, whatever the home team has is the official count, and that's what we're going to go with. So that's a little bit more information. If you have questions, you can always contact me through your coach. He can provide you my email and phone number if you want to call and ask me anything. So hope have a good season out there. And like I said, if you need anything, let me know.